way.
No, you.
Can you hear me now? Yes! So, we're here today to let the governor know that he's not going to do what he wants to do, which is to pit unions against unions, to get us at the table one by one. So I want to introduce, we formed a new coalition and we'll be going to the bargaining table together this week. And you already met Ed Mitchell, the president of Local 6000. Yeah! We have Matt Greenhaber from MCO. From MESA. Larry Rolig. And Ed McNeil from ASME Council 25. And Phil Patrick from SCIU Local 517M. So you know the governor, since elections in 2010, and I would say before that, state workers have been vilified and blamed for the problems in the state. Do you think that's right?
No!
That's not right.
That's not right! 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 That's not right!
So we say to the governor that we have real solutions, but instead what the state of Michigan has decided to do is they've decided that they want to bargain in the press. So this week, people are asking questions and saying that state workers don't want to make sacrifices. State workers, I'm here to say, know how to make shared sacrifices. They've been doing it for years.
Yeah!
The governor thinks that it's okay to give $1.8 billion in tax break to corporations, but asks workers across the state of Michigan to give up compensation. Do you think that's right?
No! That's not right! That's not right! That's not right! That's not right!
He wants to create more wealthy corporations, which is fine with us, but he's not going to do it at the expense of taking away middle-class jobs. And we have solutions for the governor. We told him that there's 3 ways that he can create efficiencies in the state. And he needs to listen to these, because even if we give him $500 million, he's still going to have the same problems next year, an inefficient state. That would have been like GM and Chrysler getting money without having to make real change. That happened because they finally started to listen to workers on the shop floor. So I think it's important going to bargaining this week when the big 3 are going as well, because we can show that when workers are allowed to have input, real change happens. And until that happens, real change is not going to happen in the state. So we want the governor to do 3 things, and we think that it will save him more than the $265 million he wants. First, he needs to look at management. We got a problem in our state. 5 workers per one management. That's a problem. Why do we need so many managers? Obviously, the management hasn't been able to manage effectively yet. So we would say they need to listen to the private sector, which is 1 in 20. And so we know that if the governor looks at management and changes it up, he can have more efficiencies. We know if he looks at the $16 billion in privatization that we know there's no oversight on, or very little oversight, that those jobs can come back to the state, create more jobs, and that he can save money in that way. And lastly, he can do all this by finally listen to workers who are working in those buildings every day. And that's the problem with the state. I've gone around and I've talked to workers in the state, and you all have real solutions. The problem is you got too much management and they don't want to listen to you. And so again, I challenge the governor to lead. I challenge him to stop listening to the politicians, and if he really wants to create a state that's more efficient, that provides good jobs and provides services to our taxpayers, that they can walk in an office and feel proud to be part of this state, then he needs to listen to workers who are in those offices, and then together we can have shared sacrifice, and we can make this a state that we're all proud of. Because I am so proud of state workers, and I'm happy to represent all of you.
We knock him off.
Hey.